Like, he activates my full auntie mode, like when I see pictures of him lately, because he just looks so unhappy. I have been a little Bieber fan for a minute. Like, once he did journals, I was like, sir. So some of the other albums, it was like, nah, but that was my jam. But I've noticed over the past really couple of years since he got married, it kind of seemed like he got married out of necessity of some sort. Couldn't really figure out what that was. In the pictures over the last couple of months, he looked like I I just want to hug him. Like, he looks like he needs to come to my living room, sit on my couch, let me put the one of my pink blankets on him. You just sit there and let me make you something to eat. Like, he activates my full auntie mode, like when I see pictures of him lately, because he just looks so unhappy. I think
Yeah.
the Diddy thing is affecting him for sure. We just talked about earlier about people dragging you online, making up a bunch of stuff, whether it is or isn't true. It is gonna affect your mental health. It doesn't seem like the family that he married into, they old money. He is new money, even though he's been a megastar most of his life. Old money still don't treat you like you not second generation money. And so it kind of before all of this Diddy stuff started to happen, he started to look a little bit sadder and a little bit sadder as time went on. And I just kind of speculated myself. I was like, oh, well, I hope that family that he married into, that they aren't being mean to him or anything like that. And the last thing is, I do think he's having some financial troubles. Because like I said, I was in love with that album from like 2014 or something like that. And
Hmm.
when I looked it up, that album actually flopped. I really think it was because it was marketed wrong. And they learned from that marketing mistake, which is why, like, the album that dropped, what was that, within the past couple of days, that's why it's all over our part of Twitter, our part of the social media scene, because that's where that Journals album should have been. But even then, he has lived a life of stardom, and you would think that he should be smooth, but he sold off a portion of his musical catalog for several $100 million. And I'm like, well, if you constantly have money flowing in, like, why would you sell it off so early in your
Yeah.
career? So I kind of
Mm.
think, maybe he married a wife that he thought he could afford her and he can't. So that's just me speculating. And just kind of looking at the dynamics of who he is and the who he married and who she is a part of their family. And that could be
Mhm.
one of those things where there was a standard and a precedent that was presented one way. Maybe he thought he could handle it, but again, old money and new money, it might look the same on paper, but it ain't the same thing.
So, I mean, it seems like he's going through something. We can't say what, but I mean, there's been some theories going around. I hope he gets it together before it's too late.